Hilltop Hoods, the boys. How you going?
Doing well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we are a little dusty,
Are you?
just slightly dusty.
What'd you get up to last night?
Sydney got us.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but yeah, we went out with our label last night.
Love that. Where'd you go?
Otto?
Otto.
Oh, Otto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Otto, but I hear great things.
Great spot.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it's good. Nice. Well, welcome. Good to have you here. And congrats on the album, boys.
Thank you.
I've
Thanks,
had a day with it. Listened to it start to finish a few times. 9th album.
9th, yeah.
That's what we hear.
Yeah.
They keep telling us.
How does that feel?
It's gone by very quickly. I mean, it's kind of my entire adult life, but
Yeah.
You know what? At the end of my life, I'll be able to say I did at least 9 things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 9 big things too. It's honestly such a great record. Like, I don't feel like there are any filler tracks. Every track I feel like could be a single. And I genuinely mean that. When I was listening to it, I was like, this is going to be my favorite song. And then you get to the next one, I'm like, this is going to be my favorite song. You've managed to it's still very Hilltop, but it's very progressive. Talk to me about the title, Fall from the Light. What does that mean to you guys?
We set the record off with it because it made sense after the long break.
Mm.
It's like, everything, not even just like outside influences, we fell away from it as well. And that's why the sequencing of the tracks sort of goes from Fall from the Light straight into Never Coming Home.
Mm.
It made sense to us to all right, we've fallen away from this. Let's go work on the craft and come back when we're ready with something that we think is really special.
Yeah, and I mean, it is an exercise in patience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like, you want to put music out, and I'm sure the fans are at you guys being like, release something, but you want to take your time. You want it to be right.
yeah, it was definitely a massive amount of that with this record, more than any other, given that it was 6 years. And we're probably hard at making it for 4 or 5 of those years. Well, we kind of had planned to probably put it out a couple of years ago, but it just wasn't ready, and we wanted to.
We had 3 false starts.
Yeah, well, because I remember I chatted to you guys when you released
those
Laced
singles
Up.
that we put out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember
Those were full starts.
Laced Up. I think I asked you about the album, and what was that? That was like 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two.
Two and a bit.
Laced Up was 2. We put out Hard Day's Night and Show Business as well.
Yeah.
Which were going to originally be on the album, but it sort of came around. We went, they're probably a little bit too old.
Yeah. I'm glad you left
and-
Laced Up on there. That's such a great track.
Yeah, that felt more in the vein of the sitting well next to the other songs as well. It was a bit newer. And it sort of naturally changed direction during the false starts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall from the Light, the title track with Nyasa. I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah.
And obviously, I want to talk to you guys later about the decision to put her on the first and last track. But what an insane way to open an album. Like, when I heard it, I was like, if I made an album, this is how I would start it. Like,
It's handy having such that 1 in a billion voice that she has.
yeah.
And it's right. It was a conscious decision to sort of bookend the album with her as well.
It's got this cinematic feel to it, I feel.
Yeah.
The way it opens with the piano and then those strings come in. It's huge. It's massive.
build up.
Yeah, big build up. Talk to me about making that song.
We've been sitting with the instrumental a while. One Above, who produced nearly all the record with the exception of Rage Against the Fatigue, hit us with that, and I was like, man, this feels like a 2020, whatever year we got it in, version of Crazy in Love. Like, it's just like the beat is that crazy.
Absolutely.
Or like it's in with the cymbals and everything like that. In the same vein as like A. Marie or something like that. Just the drums were wild.
I hear that.
And so we instantly, I think, heard a female vocal over it to complement the track. It made sense for me, given like, the sound of the. So yeah, it sort of built it from there. And what happens with a lot of our tracks that have Nyasa, because we have a few with her now.
Yeah.
Like on the last record, we had Be Yourself and Here Without You. She demos it, and then we can't hear it any other way.
Right.
So like the idea
Wow.
is she comes in and she demos it, and then we pitch it to other vocalists.
Yeah.
But every time she comes in, she just crushes it. And even sometimes we go and try get someone, we're like,
Yeah, no, it's not right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's become known as Nyasa syndrome. She keeps doing it to these songs, so we
Yeah.
keep having to make songs with her.
Yeah.
What a great problem to have, though.
Yeah.
Where's she based?
Adelaide.
Is she?
yeah.
She's incredible. She's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Then we go into Never Coming Home with 660.
Yeah.
Those boys are kings,
Yeah.
hey?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk to me about collaborating with them on this one.
So we got put together by a friend of ours at Universal who was sort of doing some stuff with them, and he just made the suggestion that we should get in a writing room with them, which we don't do that often.
Mm.
So they came down to Adelaide for a weekend, and we sat in Matt's studio for 2 days and banged out 3 songs.
Wow.
Had some beers and formed a bit of a bond with them, which was great. It was a very natural collaboration.
And it's got huge production on it. I feel like the production's it kind of gave me like Kanye All of the Lights energy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like with the
okay.
drums
I'm not mad
coming.
at that.
No, man,
Yeah,
no.
that's good.
Great production. Great
Yeah.
production. Yeah, that is a huge track too.
Yeah.
And that was that when I first listened to Fall from the Light at the start, I was like, this is going to be my favorite song. Then that came in, I was like, this is going to be my favorite song. Like, and it just kind of kept going. And then we go into The Gift, track 3. And I remember when I first heard The Gift when you released it. And I sometimes, I do what I do because I love to have conversations with artists about their music. And that was one of those songs. I listened to it and I was like, God, I have so many questions about this. Like, just your vocals at the beginning, like when it's just like the pianos and it's all soft, and your delivery and your tone, it's so powerful. And then the message of the song too, the music, like I can't remember, I think I said this to you when I spoke to you a few weeks ago, like you were just true fans of music. You can just hear that, like the way the song builds, and it's such a powerful song.
Yeah, I think you described this as the heart of the album, and it so is. It's such a special song for me in particular. It's going back to all those elements of my childhood that made me fall in love with music, and all the reasons I still love music are sort of all briled up into one sort of song in that one. So
yeah, it made me reflect too.
Well,
Like,
that was the idea as well. Like it was made for people that have music in their DNA.
Yeah.
And so, like, we've had so many conversations because of this song, like, of what people were around when they were growing up, and like we're starting to experience it now, where we're like having people come up in their 20s or whatever, and they're like, for me that song was about you guys. Like, that was around the house when I was growing up, and I was like, that's wild.
When I was I reckon I was about 13, 14, I used to have a karaoke machine, and I used to rap Clown Prince in my nan and pop's spare room. I have videos of me rapping it. That was like my song. Yeah.
How can we uncover these videos?
Yeah, I know. I should have brought it in and showed you guys. I was like, my voice hadn't broken or anything. I
that's so good.
love that song so much. And that's why this is really special for me, because your music's just been such a big part of my life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's wild.
yeah, no, it is. But and when I heard that song, I was like, this is what it's about,
Yeah, and it's so crazy how much music shapes us in those formative early years as well.
Yeah.
And I think everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, totally.
I
As I said.
don't think my kids can.
Oh, really?
Well, my kids.
You won't know to the adults, I don't think.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. Like when I was a kid, my parents did not care what I wanted to hear. Not one iota. Not 1% of them gave a shit what I wanted to hear on the stereo. And so I was listening to all the things we talked. I was listening to Janis Ian and Bob Dylan and Red
Can I
Belly
just say that's probably a good thing?
Yes. Yes. No. Yes, I 100% agree. Otherwise, I would have been listening to whatever the 80s version of Baby Shark was.
I could do it.
I could do.
That is spot on the version.
You thought about that before.
I saw that ranked as the worst song of all time yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
Some close contenders in the
Yeah.
last 10 years.
Yeah. But my kids, we listen to what my kids want to listen to, whether we're in the car or the house. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're listening to their taste in music now.
Maybe you should raise them on NWA.
Yeah, mate. Why not? I was kind of raised on that. I turned out fine, I think.
Yeah,
Bit of
you know
Eminem.
what? Yeah.
So
I didn't
far,
mind
so
that.
good.
Yeah, so far so good. Exactly. No, it made me reflect. Because I remember my dad was he's still a DJ. He used to bring his silver box of CDs home every Saturday morning, and
Sick.
he'd have me every Saturday, and I'd open that up, and that's when I listened to that song for the first time. It made me reflect on that moment of my childhood, which is
Right.
so
Nice.
cool. Get well soon. Yeah, it's kind of got this message of not paying attention to outside noise, which I really love, and I think a lot of your fans are going to really connect with and relate to. Talk to me about making this track for you guys.
So yeah, it's essentially about people making themselves sick, worrying about other people's business.
Yeah.
and I guess there's an element in there as well for me particularly. It can be unhealthy sometimes to read too much social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about doing your own thing and not worrying about, as you said, the outside noise.
Yeah. And I feel like we need this music now because, I mean, I feel so sorry for kids that are growing up now with social media, like they need this music because I know for me, listening to music, it makes me feel like I'm not alone and these songs are kind of empowering.
Right.
And especially for your fan base, your young fan base too. Hey, like,
Well, this song is about giving these people no energy.
yeah.
And that's the idea. Like when I played it for my wife, she's like, "Who's this about?" And I'm like, "You're missing the point."
Yeah. Yeah.
Too
I'm
many
not
people.
and
No.
well, it's too many people and no one. It's like I'm not thinking about you.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. And it's something everyone goes through. Hey,
Yeah.
whether you are an artist or you're just, a kid at school, I think, so many
Yep.
people are going to connect with that,
Yep.
that message. And what I love about this album is, there are these really important messages in these songs, but they're kind of disguised under this big production, and it's like classic Hilltop Hoods production, but lyrically, there are a lot of great messages in there. I mean, that's one of those tracks. And then there's Naked, which is kind of like...
So many great messages.
So many great- like, where is this going? It's got kind of this metaphor about people wanting too much from you. The line, "In the flesh or in a dream, all they want to see is you naked." You've got that production again, the horns, it's big, and I guess... Talk to me through the thought process around going from Get Well Soon into Naked. Was that intentional?
sort of, it's in the same wheelhouse, I guess. Like, in relation to if you were to connect both those songs to like social media, like there is a thing that like people on social media, to a large degree, are just perverts, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and I love that pervert line too.
but it's also such a reflection on society, like how, like just generic advertising just needs a bit of human flesh to sell everything these days.
Yeah.
So true,
And so
isn't it?
and I don't think
It's
we're
about
being,
exploitation.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're being anti either. It's a humorous observation.
Yeah.
I like to think of it.
yeah.
I'm not preaching telling the kids to put their boots
No,
on.
no.
I'm just
No, but like
That's not what I took.
there also isn't there, like I got a line like, "The internet's an elephant, it never forgets."
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing to always remind people of, especially like when you're younger and you're coming up, and like we are the victims of that as well.
Yeah.
There's like, cringe parts from our past that we're like, well,
Yeah.
that's there forever.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember I think I spoke to you guys about this a few years ago. Your first album, you don't like to perform songs off your first record. Is that right?
the first
Okay.
few records, I think we outgrew them as people. We're so
Yeah.
young when we started.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a particular track that you're like, nah,
No, I'm not thinking of.
It's more just the lad,
the lad? Yeah.
like, which we're not adverse to, but
No.
like we were just.
We all go through that though, don't we?
Yeah, we were knuckleheads,
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
not everyone was a knucklehead and recorded an album.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So you guys are like, it's there forever.
and I mean, I think I was 17 when we wrote that first EP.
Wow.
Released when I was 18, but yeah, so we were proper kids when we made that music, and
Yeah.
25 plus years later,
Someone should have stopped us.
I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
So
That's life. It's like your journal is just on display for the world to see, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
a little
Yeah,
bit, but
yeah.
your journ's just full of swears and
Yeah.
just like.
overly aggressive teen angst.
Why did I say that? The next one, Rage Against the Fatigue. Is there an interpolation in there of Smash Mouth walking on the sun?
No.
Isn't there?
No.
I kind of got that energy from
Okay.
it.
I'm not mad at that though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah, great song. I felt like I heard it in there.
they
and I was
write
like,
great hooks. Like people, like
Yeah.
say what you will about Smash Mouth. The lead singer passed away last year.
Yeah.
but they
So
wrote
sad.
like some great hooks.
Oh,
Great
mate,
team,
one
man.
of the catchiest hook writer. Love them or hate them.
100%.
The earworms. They just
Yeah.
get stuck in there.
Absolutely.
So well, that's a great compliment.
Yeah, no.
if that's earworming it up for you, then
I heard that in there, but there's that line "too tired for the nonsense," which was unconscious. I feel like there's another real message in this one too, right?
Well,
Like,
this
kind of
is
that-
literally like, I don't know, like this isn't a visual medium right now, but like literally, apart from him, there is a real issue with sleep in the group of
Yeah.
Hilltop Hoods.
Right.
Like me and him just don't sleep.
this is the
Oh,
realest.
why?
This is the realest song on the album. For me.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? There's some deeper subject matter on the album, but this one, I just am an insomniac.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't need to
man.
look for deeper meaning on this one. It's
No.
like, we are tired. We're really tired.
Yeah.
I'm really tired, so don't piss me off.
Yeah.
that's the,
I
But-
get that.
It's not that deep.
You're good with sleep.
On the road, I am. Yeah.
Are ya?
Yeah.
That's handy.
Not at home.
No, I only sleep like 3 nights a week.
Yeah, but then you sleep for 3 days.
Hang on,
straight.
sleep 3 nights a
3,
week?
4 nights a week. Yeah.
You
What
say-
are you doing the other nights?
Yeah.
Stay awake. I can't get sleep.
Really?
Man,
Well, how, bro?
we had
we
had
Hey, punch me.
so broken. So we had a game on tour at one point, and it was like it was a photograph collage of all the places that debris had fallen asleep.
Yeah, we had a
love
WhatsApp
that.
group where you had to send.
Like,
through-
wake up, Jeff.
Yeah, it was like wake up, Jeff.
He
I
just
think
has
we
to-
get on planes and places you shouldn't be. Yeah. Shouldn't be able to. Once we took off from Adelaide, I fell asleep and woke up in Dubai, which is like time change.
Bro, I wish I was like that. I'm going to
Oh,
take
dude.
Restovits and stuff.
I've
the
got
worst.
young kids as well, and a young dog, and they get me up at like
Oh,
6
right.
o'clock every day.
Far out, man.
So even if I am able to get to sleep,
Yeah.
We're
You
conditioned
just
for
don't
this
get it.
life. That's
Yeah.
all right.
yeah. Well, that's what Trials from Fun Cause and AB Original.
Yeah.
When I first had kids, he was like, man, because he'd had a kid before me. He's like, dude, you're built for this. You've
Yeah.
been training for this your whole life.
Yeah.
It's- You've been touring is training for having kids. Like
Yeah.
having to get up and just
Very true.
get on with it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Similar experience.
It's good conditioning.
Very good conditioning. The next track on the album, the Omelette, it kind of starts with this like elevator style production, which I love, and then it kind of builds. You open with this verse about your relationship with drugs, and then you kind of you go into it. And I actually really connected with this too because I have a very similar thought process about drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this, wanting to include that in the album, and
Well, yeah, it was a conversation between him and me
Mm.
because we do both have kids.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Do we want this out there? Speaking of the other things that we buried in old albums.
and yeah, like we felt comfortable talking about it because like we both as parents are like, we don't want to like hide.
You want to be open to the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, that was my experience when I was a kid with psychedelics at least. Like as soon as I like had psychedelics, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again because
yeah, no way.
So when I was writing my verse for this song, I got a space at home. My 21-year-old who was living with me at the time
Yeah.
has come in and goes, he's like burst in the room, grin ear to ear, and he's like, "What's this song about, Dad?" and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to word this very carefully. I'm like, well, everyone has experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once again, it's not anti-drug, it's not
No.
pro-drug. It's
No.
just about like our experiences. And like I say in the track, I'm like, I'm not anti-drugs. They're
No,
fine.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And-
the same.
And I did have a bad experience with mushrooms, which that verse is about, and I'm not touching that.
Yeah, bro. Next one, Don't Happy Be Worry. I love this song, guys. This is great choice of a single too. You kind of open with this this line about the state of the world.
Yeah, this song, for an album that took 6 years to make, probably came to fruition the quickest.
Yeah.
It was actually really quick to make. Matt Matt came to me. Excuse me. Matt came to me with the idea and the hook, and I was just like, "This is so the world right now.
Yeah.
This is a fun spin on all the dark things happening in the world. We wanted it to be fun, and
Yeah.
but still, you know, say
Yeah.
say a few
Substance.
relevant
Yeah.
points and have some
How long ago
substance
did you
there.
write it?
6 months.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so. It sounded very fresh. I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
sounds
probably
very.
I think it's the
most
newest song on the
recent,
record.
yeah.
And it came together the quickest as well, like I said.
And were you like straight away, this is a single?
Well, yeah, it seems so sort of
Yeah.
relevant to the time.
I mean, drop it now while the world is in the state it's in. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It would have made less sense like a year ago.
Yeah.
or probably. I don't know where we're going with this
Yeah.
planet. But like,
it might make less sense a year from now.
yeah,
as well.
hopefully it does.
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
so.
Hopefully.
I hope so, but yeah.
Hopefully everyone go, you guys are just over dramatizing everything. You were wrong.
Yeah.
That's best case scenario.
I hope that's what is said in a few years' time. Something bigger than this. It kind of has this. It has a bit of a different sound to the rest of the album. I feel the way it starts. I mean, the production's so cool. And it carries on that theme of the album, which is kind of empowerment. I feel. Talk to me about making this one. And kind of keeping that message going throughout the whole album too.
The idea of this song came from a very long time ago when actually I was having a conversation with my mum just after she'd retired.
Mm.
And I said to her, you know, are you happy? Something along the lines of, are you happy now that you're retired? And she said, actually, no. I always thought that I'd have more to show for all my hard years of work. And I was in my late 20s at the time. I was like, oh, that's a pretty profound thing to say to me.
Yeah.
And it sort of always stuck in my head. And then that opening line sort of came from that statement. I was built for something bigger than this.
Yeah.
Because I always had it in the back of my head, like, you know, my mum was unhappy with all of the hard years of work. And she was a very hard-working woman, owned a small business and was an alderman councillor. And yeah, it just struck me as sort of, you know, we don't have much time on this planet, so I don't want to waste it. And that's where that sentiment for that opening line, which is the sort of the hook of the song as well, came from.
That's sick.
We
Yeah.
should do a clip for it where Judy lip syncs the entire track.
Amazing. That's so good.
Remember that music video for? Do you know the Rizzle Kicks? Mama Do the Hump. Do you know that song? Oh, it's a great
Let's ring
song.
this-
They're
let's
like
ring it
they're UK rap duo. They're
Mama
sick.
Do the
Yeah,
Hump.
Mama Do the Hump. And the music video is their mums in the kitchen lip syncing the
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
I do
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
I do know that.
It's probably like from like 2011, 12 or
Yeah.
something. But I mean, it's a great track. But I love that concept. I'm going to get my mum to listen to that track, you know, because my mum loves you guys. She was
Oh,
so
nice.
excited when I said I was
Oh, wow.
chatting
Say
to you
hi to
today.
your mum
I
for us.
will.
What's up, Mum?
I will. But yeah, that's such a great message, man. And what a great story too, in a way, great concept for a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. This year, this one's really reflective and it has this really hopeful hook. And I always find that kind of mentality of putting all this emphasis on a year. I mean, for me, I kind of started the year off and I wasn't very happy, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a shit year. And then I was like, oh, why do we always do that? We put something down to a year, you know, when you think back on that time in your life, you're like, oh, 2023 was shit, 2020 was shit, you know. Talk to me about, I mean, that idea for you. Is that something you think about too?
It was more a way to frame like struggling with your mental health.
Yeah.
And framing it in a way of like trying to push yourself into a positive mindset to sort of manifest it, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
So manifesting the idea of like, you know, this is the one sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something we all do. Hey, I mean, time's just such a weird concept, but like,
Time is a flat circle.
It's a flat circle, I know, and I had wheat brownies right now. This is a very weird conversation. Laced Up is the next one. I love this song so much. I remember the story of this song came about when you were at dinner and you couldn't afford dinner or something
Valentine's
like that.
Day.
Valentine's Day, yeah.
I took my wife out to a restaurant and I can't remember exactly what I had in my pocket.
Yeah.
But it was not enough.
Yeah.
And
how long ago was this?
We were teenagers.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have taken her to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Probably should have chosen takeaway. Fish and chips at the beach. But
Yeah, so I was scraping through this dinner, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll have a salad, like like something light. I'm not really hungry, and
Yeah.
soda water, just trying to get through it. Just, and then this motherfucker comes in with like selling roses, table to table.
Yeah.
And like, obviously everyone in there is buying their partner, and he gets to my table and I've got to be like, nah.
Don't do me like this, bro.
The shame, bro. The shame.
Yeah, so now whenever I see one of them coming, I'm just like, this.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Yes. And I feel like now, even more so, with things like Afterpay around, like, it's like I heard Jay-Z say this thing, it's like if you can't afford to buy something 3 times, you shouldn't buy it.
Okay.
But I'm really bad with the Afterpays, if I'm honest. So
Yeah, right.
So when I
Okay.
listened to that song, I remember you told me that story, I was like, that's kind of
Who
me.
would have thought Jigger was giving us financial
Yeah, I
advice? Look at him go.
Who would have thought? I know. I'm like, well, if the Rose guy comes around these days, you can just Afterpay it. You know, split it in
Well,
four.
if you
Right.
can afford it 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
They take it to dinner. But the other half of the laced up song is as well, particularly from our generation. It was like all the hip hop heads would always be like dipped in their freshest gear,
Yeah.
broke as hell on the inside, but
That's me now.
trying to look fresh on the outside.
Yeah.
So that's the concept.
Yeah, I know. I love that concept.
Look good, but can't afford that dinner.
Exactly, bro. That's me. And I'm like, why did I do that? And I'll have to pay a pair of sneakers. I'm like, you probably shouldn't have done that, bro. You can't afford it. The final track on the album, The Moth, I mean, it's the perfect closer. Nias is on it again.
Yeah.
And I mean, the strings, her vocals, they just go so well together. It's so perfect. It's got this cinematic feel to it again. Talk to me about this one and just making the decision that this was going to close out the album.
So I guess this one is essentially it's about the difficulty of being away from wife and family or home when we're on the road. It's a lot of hours on the road, and I guess how much it becomes, I guess, a rock or a sort of point for you when you're away, and the road gets pretty long sometimes, and having, I guess, that light at the end of the tunnel for me to keep grinding,
Yeah.
so I can get back to where I want to be.
You guys are going on tour soon as well.
We are going on to
How do you feel?
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
you're looking forward to it.
We're going to Europe in August.
That's so exciting.
For about a month. I think we're cramming 18 shows into
25, 30 days.
Yeah, so we're going over to do that starting again. We've actually been pretty light on the tour in the last couple of years. We've done 2 shows this year, 2 shows last year, and that's sort of the lightest we've ever gone in probably the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So we're about to roll back into it. We're announcing a bunch more shows as well. So it is daunting because the travel is difficult when you have a young family.
Yeah. Do you take the family with you?
Where we can.
Yeah.
Like we're meeting our families over in Europe at the end of the tour. They're going to meet us at the last show in London.
Amazing.
And we're going to take them around, show the girls some of the world, and they can show off their year 1 French lessons in Paris.
I love that. What a great experience for your kids, though, to get to watch you guys on stage.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Yeah.
They got a
Are
good.
they proud? You reckon they're proud, or are they still a bit like, oh, Dad?
I think my eldest is, yeah,
Yeah.
and I got a 12-year-old as well, so he's starting to get it a bit more.
They
Yeah.
don't conceptualize it under
It
10,
comes-
I don't think.
Yeah, it comes a bit later in life. That's the concept of being proud of dad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My youngest pop, she's 7, and she's into like the YouTube stars and stuff like
right.
that. So she's not really interested in the music or anything like that, but she is getting around that like dad is like does shows and stuff like that. That does interest her.
Yeah.
Like, more is my dad a little bit famous, even
Right.
as he's like C grade or D grade.
Yeah.
Like, that's
think-
the world she's interested in.
I think I'm going to speak for both of our young children right now, and I think that the biggest part that they like about their dads being famous are the selection of chips backstage.
yeah.
They roll into our backstage.
They love a
like,
green room.
Oh, not enough chips. Where are the mixed lollies at?
No, they do love a green room.
The rider, the concept of the rider.
Competes with
right?
my interests.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm like, that would be me on
Our,
tour.
our children and Barry care about the chip selection.
When we reflect on it, you're kind of like the angry toddler in our group. He hasn't slept all week. He's only slept 3 nights this week. He's been getting stuck into the lollies.
Gets
like-
grumpy if there's not enough chockies
Like,
for him
there's
backstage.
a TikTok series for you
Yeah.
that would go viral for sure.
Falls asleep everywhere.
Yeah, you need to get on. You guys are on TikTok, right? You
Yeah.
need to get on. Yeah, make this into a TikTok series while you guys are on tour. I think there's something in that.
We'll dress him in a nappy.
Wake up, Jeff. Well, boys, this album is incredible. You should be so proud. Yeah, congratulations. I mean, to get to 9 albums, it is a real achievement. Not many people get to do it, and yeah, it's some of your best work. I truly mean that. As I said,
you.
I think there's no fillers on this. They're all hits to
Thank you,
me.
John.
So yeah, I'm excited, and I think I think you've got another Aria #1. That's how I feel. That's how I
Go
feel.
tell the people.
Yeah, I go tell the people. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Appreciate it.